Okay, since this last week, there is no longer any doubt. None at all. I'm being primed, prepared to be a channel. It's something that I've suspected for a while, and it's actually been a curiosity of mine since before my OBEs even began. But now I know for sure. This past week I've been shifting into the etheric version of my room here, laying down on my practice space, and a being is speaking through me. Totally bizarre and fascinating experience. I've experienced many different types of involuntary movements. Y'all have heard me mention these throughout my videos from when my experiences first began in the middle of the night. I might be moved in a big way, like rolled over, and it's not me who's rolling over, it's entirely involuntary. But the involuntary feeling that occurs through me when another being is speaking through my vocal cords, this is, yeah, that's a, that takes some getting used to. Unlike many people who channel, who just sort of begin channeling, I'm aware of the preparatory stages because I'm accustomed to going into other areas of consciousness, other layers of reality, and experiencing what's happening there. And I can see through my experiences what is about to come up in my physical reality in many different ways and types of circumstance. But now this is one. I was laying here the other morning in the etheric version of my room. Feel the merging, feel the energy come into my field. And it's not easy. It's not starting off easy. It's sort of garbled, which is, takes some getting used to as well. But, this being is learning how to speak through my vocal cords. So I'm sort of assuming by the experience that this particular being may not have done this before or has nominal experience with it. I don't know if that's accurate, but it's not entirely easy for this one to begin speaking through my vocal cords, and that may have a lot to do with me being conscious and applying some form of resistance too. So don't really listen to anything I say about that. I don't have the full picture yet. I just know it's happening. And so anyway, this energy came into my field and begins to speak, trying to make words, and it sort of just builds to the point where it is able to say a few words through me, and all it says is, "And so we begin." And so we begin. I had a great time with this, actually. By the time it got to the point where the words were being said, I was actually 100% fully conscious, whereas prior to that, I was maybe 60, 65, 70, just sort of growing to being fully conscious of what was going on. And during the experience, I could feel the response of my body system cells, and I sort of shifted into an environment where I see myself on the patio in the backyard, and I am being rushed by what I'm perceiving just to be people, but because I'm simultaneously aware that this is happening as this being is attempting to speak through me, I know that these are my body system cells that are rushing at me, and they're in fear, and I'm trying to conduct them into some sort of calm and trying to get them to listen to me and not go into fear. here. What an interesting experience. I don't know how long this will take until my system is actually fully prepared to begin doing this, here in my physical reality, or what form it will take, how I will use that here in physical reality. But we're certainly likely to see in the coming days, months, and years. One interesting thing is that I am getting, because I can see my process through the OBEs, is that I'm going to be a new kind of channel. I don't know if there are any others out there who are going to be doing it this way, or are currently able to do it this way, but through my OBEs, I was sequentially taken, my consciousness was sequentially opened to the point where I am able to maintain simultaneous awareness of multiple realities simultaneously, multiple layers of reality simultaneously, including the physical, etheric, and a couple astral layers. And so it is very likely that I will be both a trance channel and conscious channel, in the sense that my awareness will be simultaneously aware of what's happening in the physical frame, while at the same time, like many other trance channelers, I'll be taken, into other areas of consciousness and have experience there. But unlike many trance channelers who don't know what's happening there, when they come back into the physical reality, many will say that it will sort of be like they just woke up from a good dream. They won't, they're not OBEers necessarily, and so they're not used to or accustomed to maintaining conscious awareness while in those other areas of consciousness. But I will be. I am very accustomed to it. So I'm beginning to see how all of the preparation leading into this is going to allow me to be a different type of channeler with a more total awareness of everything that's happening, both in the other areas of consciousness as well as in this physical layer of consciousness, or reality, whichever word you want to use there. It just keeps getting more and more interesting.